Tony D back at it. Went to New World Comics here in Oklahoma City. This is a special video for Ben, who works there. Totally treated me right. You know, whoever Ben's employer is, man, hook him up, dude. It's bonus time. He knew everything. Like, I have a feeling Ben has the store memorized. Because a lot of times when I ask him about something, he like knows off the top of his head. Totally great crew in there. Everyone was cool. I kind of hit him with a rapid fire question. You know, what's your go-to book? Boom. Now, 3, 2, 1. And it just kind of, it broke the ice. Everyone in there is really cool, really nice. You know, they took time to, you know, chat with a customer. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I always try to be mindful. You know, if they're real busy or something, I always, you know what I mean, man. I don't want to disrupt the workflow. But yeah, Ben, shout out to you, man. Rocking the Venom shirt. I asked him about, and we even like, you know, had a little time to chit chat about things that are going on. And, you know, he listened to me, man. It's really cool. We talked about Spider-Man, Wolverine, kind of how that thing's going. First thing I asked was like if they had a copy, the second issue of Ruins. Now, he even, man, he went the extra mile looking in the back, but this isn't, you know, I didn't pick this up there, but I got this online. And if you want to read a book with no hope, just pure dread and everything going wrong for everyone, this is your book. Warren Ellis wrote it, and it is probably the darkest Warren Ellis I've read. But let's get into what Tony D got at the shop. Always get me some Stormwatch and Authority while I'm in there. And they have, New World has a good selection of these titles. And it's just kind of a thing I'm doing now. It's an issue with a cool history, I think, and I'm just rolling with it. You know what I mean? Not because the engineer was in Superman and there's talk of them doing a Authority movie. It's just, when it first came out, I caught on to the tail end of Volume 1, and I didn't realize that Stormwatch actually is where the Authority birthed from. It morphed out of Stormwatch to the Authority, which, you know, that's a cool little niblet to know. And Warren Ellis, in an interview, was saying that the people he was working with, they were like enjoying Stormwatch, and they were like, man, keep going with this. So, you know, there's some cool info out there. I'm not reading these immediately. I want to get like the whole first volume of both, and, you know, do a read like that, kind of like binging. Yeah, there were some other cool people in there, like, man, I wish I knew their names. I just don't, but we talked a lot about movies, TV series, and man, it was just an enjoyable experience for me. Like, I can't shout out enough for them. Really cool place, cool shop. Everything's organized really well. And also, I don't know, man, maybe Ben can shout out in the comments, but whatever bags they're using, these poly bags, these are really good poly bags. So I'm interested. I'll ask them next time I'm in. But you know what? If Ben, you're watching, what kind of poly bags you guys use? Because they seem like higher quality than your regular type poly bags. I'm not sure, like when I say regular, I'm not really sure. Not dissing them, but mycomicshop.com, I would say those bags are like, I mean, they bag and board for free, so I'm not complaining, but of course they're probably going to use, you know, the most economical solution. But yeah, Stormwatch 17, 23. But yeah, but man, I'd really like to know, like, if you don't have the money for Millar, I would recommend whatever poly bags New World's using. Number 18. So the goal is always to I get a couple of each Authority and Stormwatch. So as time goes on, I'll have a decent little, I'll have the whole run. That's the goal. And this is one of those runs where I'm not gonna like kind of fizzle out on, and then I have like half of a run or something. But yeah, another thing, I bought some eager backing boards online, and I don't know, man, this is sidetracking, but these don't feel like the same. There's something different, and I really don't dig it. So I don't know if eGerber is changing. I'll show you what I mean. Like, so the ones I have been getting, you can tell the back is very distinctive. This is like just the same. So I mean, I don't know if there's a front or a back. I really don't dig that. However, on the positive side, what I'm doing just to get rid of these is I'm doing a BC dub and a fullback. So there's always a positive, and I'm always looking for that positive. Do not want to be negative. And I don't know, maybe Gerber's changing. I don't think that's the case. I think maybe, I don't know, man, like maybe it's just an older batch I got a hold of. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I've got the money, so I'm not flexing, but at least I do have the funds now where I can do stuff like this, like double board, I mean. But yeah, back to it. Had to get me a Firestorm. Not sure if I have this one or not. That's a thing I have to do. I need to get with the program. See, sure enough, already have it. So I'll give this to my nephew. I need to, man, it's okay. It's okay. It's only $2. And my nephew will get some Firestorm action. So there's the positive. But I need to get these logged. And that way I can avoid, I don't know, my nephew's not going to care. I mean, it's good for him. So this cover, this is why I bought this, to get to the pickup part, feels like an homage cover to the one where the Hulk is like underneath the mountain in Secret Wars. That's a long shot, I get it, but I just thought it was cool. And Killer Frost, it's kind of like, that's another cool thing, is why I got it, because she's kind of like the psychotic girlfriend, I guess, to Firestorm. So yeah, Firestorm's one of those characters, man. I totally dig him. He was in a lot of backup stories for the Flash in the 80s. And that is really where I grew an affinity for him. Like it's cool. Love the Hyena as a villain. Love Multiplex as a villain. So he had cool villains. On that note, if you have cool villains, you're going to be cool. I don't know, just saying. But I already have a copy of this, but I saw it and I thought, you know what? It's not going to hurt to have two. So I went ahead and did it. I don't think this is the one that's mislabeled as a first appearance of the aliens in a book, but this is a good one to have. It's, dude, I love these black and white. Dark Horse Presents was like a really cool book. That's good stuff. Good artwork. Oh yeah, there's the nasty little egg. But yeah, totally dig Dark Horse Presents. It's definitely a gem from that time period. That was really, Dark Horse was really like a it was before Image, I believe. I don't think there was any Image before Dark Horse. So Dark Horse really was emerging as kind of a third, a big three. Not as big as DC or Marvel, but it was noticeable. So it's cool, man. I'm glad I have two of those. So here's the Authority. Got to get a couple of these bad boys. Warren Ellis and Millar did a fantastic job. Like, Millar took up the duties right after Warren Ellis, and they didn't miss a beat. Both of them are really good. And Frank Quietly, now I will say this, I like Frank Quietly's artwork better than Hitch, but Hitch was bringing it for sure. But Frank Quietly, man, that dude, that's a whole nother level. It's always cool when they get teams like that put together. It's like a power team. But you know what? I'm always looking out for new stuff, different stuff. That's why I ask people questions like that in the comic shop. You know, what's your go-to? Like, I get information that way. It like helps me out. That's the beauty of the hobby, is learning from other people. It's a good way to socialize. So yeah, I love the Authority. So this is totally different. So this is what I'm talking about, Young and McCrea. So we'll see. Once I get all of them collected. Kind of reminds me of Hitch a little bit. So yeah, man, we'll just keep pressing on, buy a couple here and there. And before you know it, I will have the complete volume 1s. And like, I have a bunch of the volume 2, like there's some of that going on too. Sometimes I accidentally buy things not knowing which volume, but you know what? I'm cool with it. It's just more books for me. But yeah, back to New World. Great shop. Totally dig it. Friendly atmosphere. Very helpful staff. You know, you should feel, when you're in a comic shop, you should feel like you're hanging out with your buds. You know what I mean? Like, comic shops are really known for sociability and talking and sharing ideas, imaginations. It's just all that stuff. It's great. So, Superman and Wonder Woman, DC Comics presents. This is actually a key. This is the first kiss between Superman and Wonder Woman. So, I know that's a weird find. Like, what I'll do is, like, sometimes I'll just belly up to a certain section and I'll pull up Comic Key Collector and I'll just, you know, what comic keys for this? And not because I'm speculating, looking to make money or something like that. I'm always looking out for, you know, stuff that'd be cool to have, like this. Sometimes you find obscure stuff. I also like to get error issues, misprints. Those are fun to have too. And a Comic Key Collector, they'll list stuff like that. Like New World Comics, I actually found one there, and it's kind of funny. It is a Stormwatch issue that was labeled as 1, and it's actually 21. So there's another plus for New World. Terminator, or Deathstroke the Terminator, to be precise. Why did I get this? It's a key. I think it's the first, I want to say the first appearance of Rose. I think that's it. You know, there's always somebody out there that can correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's why I got it. It's a key, and I do believe that's what it is. Totally. I love the Deathstroke where he can use, or they define him as being able to use 90% of his brain. And then they just like tore that down because I think the thinking was, well, if he could do that, he should have telekinetic powers and all. I'm like, man, you ain't got to get in the weeds like that, man. I just thought it was cool to to be a fighting machine like that, to access 90% of your brain is like, I always thought that was cool. You know, that's the Deathstroke that I will always remember, and that's how I like him. So I don't know how they explain it now. I think he's just a badass probably, but love history. You know, they can change it. It's cool. Like, I'm not going to get too bent over it, but that's the cool thing with comics. You can change things. Change is actually good, believe it or not. But yeah, Deathstroke the Terminator. I'll have to throw up what that is. I really think it is the Rose first appearance. Got me some Wolverine. Oh, before that, I'll do the Punisher 2099. This is just something that I saw the $20.99 section, and for $3 I thought, man, just get you a Punisher. I have a few of these, not Punisher, but I have the first issue of X-Men 2099, and I want to say I had the Spider-Man one too, but I was stationed in Iceland, and my access to comic books were extremely limited. The only action that we had up there was like in the BX, and it was like a limited, but you know what? Your boy was on it. Yeah, every now and then I'd buy a book. That's when I was just an innocent, just comic reader. Now I'm much more. I have evolved. Nah, just being goofy, but yeah, I can totally reflect back on times in my life where I say I was innocent. And the reason why I say that, it's like, I didn't know about speculation or price increases. I didn't follow any of that. But let's get into the Wolverine. So I started diving into some Wolverine issues that there were some key issues. I don't think these are, but Barry Windsor Smith, got to get that. He's fantastic. I wonder what he's doing now. I'll have to look that up. But the key issues were surrounding this story arc, and I just thought, man, I'll just get the story arc. So that's what's cool about doing a little bit of hunting like that, is you get involved in some other stuff. It's cool, man. Wolverine's it's a go-to for me for sure. You know, talking with him at the shop, my go-to for DC is Dark Patterns, Batman, for sure. Now Marvel, I don't know, man. Gosh, I really can't say. Yeah, that's kind of sad, but I'll figure it out later. So these covers are cool. Barry Windsor Smith, that's cool. But these right here, this artist, this is cool stuff too. Totally into it. It was like, I think maybe it was 170, the same artist. It's really cool. So yeah, Bloodsport, part 2 of 3. So I wonder what this is all about. I'll find out, because I'll totally read it. You know, I'm taping it up too. I shouldn't be taping. I should be keeping these where I can read them. You know, that's part of like having a channel too, man, is like, I read a tremendous amount of comics. 4 or 5 a night, I try to keep up. And the important thing is enjoying it. I don't want to get to where I'm just reading crap just okay, where it's like a job. If I stop enjoying it, I'll stop doing it. Or I'll stop the channel. I'll get back to what's important. But you know what? I like doing this. It's fun. I really enjoy doing things for people. It's a shout out video to Ben. Yeah, part 3 of 3, Bloodsport. Totally look forward to reading this and having it in the collection. So there you go. Check out that shop, New World Comics, Oklahoma City. And you know what we always do. Welcome to Ben, and get that